The following aired from January 14th, 2007 to May 21st, 2007.
After going through what I consider, alongside many fans, as the best season of 24, the 5th season, I now reach the 6th season of 24. Now, I've heard some deal about the 6th season of this show. And that was because when I started following the show on a weekly basis, I started with 24 Redemption, then Season 7, and so on. And I didn't really follow Legacy because I really didn't care for that show when it was airing. But I heard about Season 6 and people having some dismay over it. And I was curious. I noticed a pattern with 24. The odd-numbered seasons are the strongest seasons of the show, while the even-numbered seasons are not as great. And here's a bit of a rundown. Season 1, great start to 24. Season 2, kind of a bit of a step down. Season 3 picks the show right back up, only to have Season 4 go down a bit. And then Season 5 climbing so high that Season 6 is disappointing in comparison. So, what causes 24 hours of nail-biting suspense and intense drama for the 6th season of 24? Nuclear threats, which has been done before. Now, even though it may be repetitive for storytelling standards, it's actually plausible given the settings of 24. The first few episodes of the 6th season of 24 are fine on their own, although I think they could have saved the situation for the midway point or near the end of the 6th season. But what follows after the 3rd episode is when the 6th season starts to have problems. The first problem with the 6th season of 24 is Curtis Manning, who was introduced in the 4th season of 24 and was a fan favorite in the entire series. And his character arc was very disappointing because there is a subplot where Curtis Manning was out of character, and the end result of his character arc in the 6th season is that he gets shot by Jack Bauer because he took somebody hostage, because he had a grudge towards this one guy because of his military past. This was completely forced. Curtis Manning's out-of-character moments and death was the least of my problems with the 6th season of 24. The moment that Jack Bauer's father steps in and what his role is revealed to be, I knew the 6th season of 24 was going to be problematic. Jack's brother was actually introduced in the 5th season of 24, but didn't get that much screen time given that he was saved for the 6th season of 24. Then again, he didn't have much of a screen presence in the 6th season of 24 because Jack's brother ends up getting killed by his own father. Yay, so that makes the father the bad guy. Yay, how inspired. Before I start addressing more problems I have with the 6th season of 24, I'll address some things that I think stand out. The cinematography and the music are just as consistent as the past seasons. That's good. And the acting is also very good in the 6th season of 24, especially with Kiefer Sutherland having more emotional scenes playing the role of Jack Bauer. So that is also a good thing I could say about the 6th season of 24. There are some old faces that do return in the 1st season of 24, such as Milo Pressman, who has not been seen since the 1st season of 24. And I thought he was alright in the 1st season, but for him to come back in the 6th season I thought was nice in a way. Except for how he exits, because his character ends up getting shot in the head. And that's all we get of Milo Pressman. Season 1, then Season 6, boom! Dead. I find that disappointing. Charles Logan also comes back for a short period of time in the 6th season of 24, only to get stabbed in the fucking shoulder by a crazy wife of his, who actually stepped up at the end of the 5th season. So why the hell is she crazy again in the 6th season? What the fuck? Now, out of all the characters that have had a previous season appearance that do show up in the 6th season, there is one that actually did irritate me with her entire screen time. That being Audrey Raines. Now, you might be thinking, what was wrong with her role in the 6th season of 24? Well, she somehow got captured in between the 5th and 6th season of 24. And it's revealed that she's traumatized. She must have been tortured. But we don't see it, and she ends up in a coma at the end of the 6th season. This to me felt like Audrey was being a damsel in distress, which really felt unlike 24 to write something like that. Not to mention reducing Audrey to such a state like that. As I was progressing through the 6th season of 24, I noticed there was a lot of twists and turns in the 6th season of 24, which I found to be excessive for 24 standards. Now, what the show is good at is being cliffhanger heavy, because a lot of episodes end to set up another episode or so, which keeps the viewer at the edge of their seat and wanting to watch more, week by week, or episode to episode, depending on how they've been watching it. With the 6th season, I feel as if the writers were trying to write in as many twists to keep the viewers interested, because either they're running out of ideas or the audience is getting a little fed up with the show. I also found the 6th season of 24 to be predictable at times as well, especially the last episode of the 6th season of 24 when Chloe collapses. I wondered, gee, could she be pregnant? Because she was actually pretty emotional in this season. And what do you know? She actually is revealed to be pregnant at the end of the 6th season of 24. Called it! Speaking of Chloe being pregnant at the end of season 6, this also raises a topic I've been wanting to address now that I've sat through 6 seasons of 24. I've noticed 24's biggest weakness: how the romances are written. They're mostly not good. I know there are people out there that think that the 6th season of 24 is the worst season of the show. I disagree, but I do think that it is weaker than seasons 2 and 4. There is actually a season I hated more than the 6th season of 24. I just haven't talked about it yet, and it's going to be a while till I talk about my most hated season of 24. I'm going to be shooting a 7 out of 10 for the 6th season of 24. As I close out this review, I want to address that as I review the 7th season of 24 next month, I'm also going to be reviewing the television film 24 Redemption, which is a prologue to the 7th season of 24. So both those reviews will be coming out on March 24th. So please look forward to those reviews, damn it.